Hey Chad, how you doing? Getting set up with the wires again. Just need 20 seconds or so. Truth Provider, how are you? Good to see you guys. And we're focused. All right. Let me see here. This is a weird angle. CC, hello. Chet, good to see you're doing good. Need just a minute here. Not exactly working the way I'd like it. Okay. There we go. Okay. And just adjust your chat room really quick so I can see you guys. All right. We're ready to rock and roll. So what's shaking for you guys? How's everybody doing? Got a couple people pop. Sauna has not been preheating too long. It's at 123 degrees. And man, this thing does have weird shadows in it, doesn't it? It's almost better. There it goes. It's almost better if the overhead lights aren't casting the shadow, because that's what's happening. I'm going to perfect this. Last night was a bust. Tonight I tried something different. Instead of having a, hello Edwin, good to see you. Instead of having a preview in advance, log into it last night, I waited until a couple minutes before and then just create a live stream and then go live. So what's going on with you guys? Anybody have any, how's it going, Dan? Dan and I did a live stream, not a live stream, a private Zoom earlier today that was recorded. It's going to be released probably this weekend about niacin, saunas, detox, people's experiences, things like that. Cool. You guys have any topics, questions, things you want to cover for the evening? If you're just popping in for the first time, this is 30 for 30 Sauna Challenge. I think it's day 11. I hope it's day 11. I'm starting to lose track. Really needed a break tonight, but wanted to stick with my commitment and be here. Took the night off from workout, but I didn't take the night off from sauna. Been kind of tired, been hitting it hard, no breaks. And what is the deal with the shadowing? This thing. I guess it's just gonna have to do. I think the audio is okay. Is there a lag, you guys? Like holding my hands up when I'm saying, is there a lag? So usually when I ask a question and people comment, there's like a lag before it shows up in the chat, at least for me. I don't know if it's like that for you guys still. Edwin says, I did a niacin sauna about 30 years ago in New Zealand. Awesome. Hopefully you didn't just do it one time. I think you meant you did like a protocol. Chet says, what if you turned on exterior light? The exterior light in the room is on, but the glass is tinted in some of these. And I think I need a actual camera light or a ring light in the sauna, or at least right outside the window. I'll work on that for tomorrow and see. I also need to try, I made a mistake too. I think I need to try the other window in the corner sauna. I think the corner sauna might work a little bit better because there's a window on either side of the door. So, Truth Provider, you want the sauna hat back? That's a little bit more light in from the room because there's more glass. So I'll try that again. You're talking about the Viking hat, Truth Provider? Edwin's days really felt better after it was done. Awesome. Yeah, that's what Dan and I were talking about earlier today. Dan says, great job, Edwin. Yeah, man. Awesome stuff. So who's in the sauna tonight? How many of you guys are in the sauna? If you're just popping in for the first time, I see one or two more people hopping on. This is the 30 for 30 Sauna Challenge, where I'm in the sauna every night live, hopefully for 30 minutes for 30 days. Tonight we're gonna go exactly 30 minutes. I'm not gonna try to push it. The equipment has been tested the last couple of days, and it's been tough to keep things from overheating, especially doing it. And the Truth Provider says, I love the Viking hat. I'll bring it back. Really, it was just the only reason I haven't had it on again, of a distraction. When I have problems with the gear and stuff, I just don't want anything on my head, and I get, Chet says, sitting in the sauna, 130 degrees now. Awesome. No work tonight, Chet? You're able to get your sessions in? That's cool, man. That is very, very good. So are you maintaining through the 30 for 30? Like, have you done every other day or what have you so far? Because this is a week and a half, 11 days, 14 days. That's pretty good. That's better than most folks. But, you know, life happens and stuff too, right? So we try to do it as much as possible. But Truth Provider, for me, I'd want a hat with a propeller on top. Are you a pilot? Are you into planes, Truth Provider? Chet says, every day since start, off Wednesday through Friday from work. Awesome. Wow, that's really good. That's super consistent. Good discipline, too. Excellent, excellent. Truth be told, I wanted to take the night off. I really did. And I even considered it. I actually considered coming in here and not turning the sauna on, but having like the lights on and the camera, and then cracking open a beer and just sitting down and shooting it with you guys. But didn't want to, thought about it, wanted to do it. But if there's anybody who didn't feel like saunaing tonight and they're in a sauna and they show up for the challenge and I don't show up for the challenge, I would kind of feel like an ass. So decided not to. Let's see. Truth Writer says, yep, planes, trains, and automobiles. Okay. Dan says, laughing out loud, you need to hire me to be your remote coach like my detox clients. Yeah, we could try that. Why not? I'm still going to want to take a night off every now and then, though. I've been working pretty hard lately. The last 2 weeks have been, you know, balls to the wall. Edwin says, water to simulate sweat. Nah, I would just tell you guys. I'd be like, hey, I've got a couple extra beers in here, so if you start asking the really dicey stuff, just give me a minute. Let me down one of these. Holly says, looking forward to your Zoom with Dan. Got his book today. Can't wait to learn more. Cool, good deal. I think you'll like it. And if you have questions, we'll probably do another one, or you know, address other things that people want to see. Oh, the camera focus is great when it's reflecting the light off my hair. And then you can actually see my eyes. What is the deal? Go on Amazon and search for sauna detoxification using niacin. I think that's the name. And it should pop right up. Dan corrected me today because I'm a little colorblind, if you guys don't know. I said it was blue and yellow, but it's actually purple, the cover. So I have the older version, which was called something else, or I would show it to you. But I don't want to show you the wrong thing and then confuse the heck out of you. So just go on Amazon and type in sauna detoxification using niacin. You'll find it right away. Hey, focus. Hello. That's not good. The heat is affecting this thing too, day after day. The chat's not updating. That's weird. So it's not only the camera, everything's getting hot. That's not good. Focus. This is getting frustrating. No wonder I need a break. Anyway, now I can see it. Holly says, I got it on Amazon. Yes, you can definitely get it on Amazon. Where'd you guys go? Is the chat and everything freezing, or is it just the focus on the camera? And I don't think it's just for me. Pretty sure that you guys can see that too. Truth Provider says, I was told not to drink cold drinks in the sauna. Yeah, I feel like having a cold drink tonight, so I'm gonna have a cold drink in the sauna. It won't kill you, I promise. I've done it many times. But yeah, it's if you drink room temperature water, it's you know, that's the preferred thing to do. For me, I like to cheat a little bit if I'm doing a super long session with a break in between, and I'll put like a glass of ice water outside the door. And then if I get overheated, instead of quitting, I'll just open the door, stick my face out, keep the majority of the heat in the sauna, grab an ice cube, drink a little bit of water, and then hold the ice cube for a few minutes, come back in here, and it cools you just a little bit extra. So if I can get another 10-15 minutes out of it, you know, is that wrong? Sure. According to some people who you know, depends on who you ask. Holly says, Dan, I've been watching some of your YouTube videos. Love learning about this. Okie dokie. wonder what would happen if I didn't say anything for like 5 minutes. It would be kind of nice. It would be like doing a sauna session like I normally do. You're allowed to have a cold drink because I'm eating cheesies. Okay. Chet says, Sauna felt good after wrestling with a guy yesterday at work. I'm not sure what you meant, Chet. Are you being funny or are you being serious? I'm not sure if... do you practice jujitsu or something? Or what is the sin at Amazon? Is it did not bring up the book for me? No, I'm a cop. That's right. I remember. I should know this stuff. Dan and I talked about a few things today where cops and first responders, firefighters, and all that stuff kind of get exposed to certain things. And hang on just a second. You guys say you can't find the book. I'm going to find it for you. So if you search for sauna detoxification using niacin, it looks like this. That's the book. So I think I think for some of you guys, there's got to be a huge delay in the chat. Yeah, I don't doubt it. Amazon search is not very good, actually. But that's what the cover looks like. If you just go to Google and type in sauna detoxification using niacin Amazon, it'll probably find it easier than using the Amazon search. That's a little hack for you guys. If there's ever something you can't find on Amazon, it's is missing the search queries, or it's missing some of the SKUs within the category. That happens a lot. I find stuff on Google and click through to Amazon instead of directly on Amazon because it doesn't work. Have you ever soaked your feet in hot water while you're in the sauna? No, not while I'm in here, but we recommend people do that. That's a hack that I learned from Randy Gom, the owner of Radiant Health Saunas. He put us up to that. If you have, because a lot of times practitioners, functional medicine doctors, or just people in general will have trouble sweating if they have other health problems. And this message is held for review. I don't know who that's from, but somebody, yeah, I don't know what that means. That's never happened before, except when Truth Provider tried to show us something that they shouldn't. Giving you guys a hard time too. No, Truth Provider. For people that have trouble sweating, though, Randy had us put their feet in for 5 minutes sitting in a chair while the sauna was preheating to the nervous system and core temperature to start sweating if they couldn't. But I have never tried it while being in here. I don't know if I'd want to bring a bucket of water in the sauna, fry the electronics in the floor. But you know, what am I saying? I like to break the rules. You could put a foot pan in here with hot water. It'd probably make you sweat more. However, I think the Radiant Health saunas, since they have heaters in the floors underneath the tile, I think that sort of simulates it a little bit, but I don't know. You want to give it a shot and let us know how you get on with it? Or you want me to try it? You want me to put, I don't know if you can live stream with more than one camera with a switcher, but if you can, I could put 2 GoPros in here and then you could see exactly what I'm doing on the floor and then see how it affects my sweat. But I don't have any trouble. It would probably intensify the experience for me, I would guess. So we've been live for almost 15 minutes. I'm almost halfway through. No, I don't want to get electrocuted. I mean, I doubt it's not going to kill you. It'll short out the circuit and fry the whole thing, I would imagine, before that happens. But you guys are something else. ISBN, yada, yada. Can you copy and paste from a oh, Holly had it up there, 9781. That's interesting. Can you copy and paste from a YouTube chat? I guess you could if you're on a computer. I don't think I could from a phone, and I couldn't always click on links either. It's kind of like Instagram. People put links in the description, but you can't click on them. Never understood that. It's weird. But anyway, going on 15.5 minutes now. Whatever you guys want to cover, guys. This time's going to go by quick, and I'm not going to stay super long tonight. I'm going to do exactly 30 minutes, and then I'm going to hop off. Last night I was fired up. Couldn't go to sleep. Was up past midnight, just wide awake. Couldn't wind down. So I got to do a little extra rest for myself here. I'm getting wound up too much. But I think that happens when there's problems. It's time to scramble. So how can we make this useful? People are going to see this on replay. I'm sure there's stuff you guys would like me to talk about, but I'm not. So throw some stuff in the chat. Sleep is important, Chet says. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Truth Provider, do you meditate? I usually do, but I have not the several weeks. Just been busy and haven't made it a priority. And who's suffering? This guy. Edwin has a different ISBN number for whatever you guys are doing. I showed you the picture of what it looked like, though. Just search for it on Google. You'll find the photo, and then click on it. It'll take you to the listing page. Do you meditate, Truth Provider? Are you talking about like just a standard meditation? Or are you talking about using devices? I like gadgets too sometimes, just because it adds a ritual to the procedure, and it's not just like a transcendental meditation. But what do you guys do for that? How do you do your sauna sessions too, by the way? For all of you guys, like Chet said, he's in the sauna 130s. Dan, I think earlier today, said he saunas for 30 minutes a day, or tries to most of the time. Yes, I meditate in or outside the sauna. Truth Provider, have you tried any of those soundtracks? Have you tried binaural beats or isochronic tones in the sauna using the stereo yet? And if so, how'd you like it? Dan says he does 30 minutes but 45 when possible. Nice. Edwin says, Dan, yes, in northern Arizona. I don't follow that. Markland says, do you think by using the sauna daily you can reduce the chances of catching corona? Ooh, well, I would know what I want to say. But not allowed to make medical claims in regards to treating a specific disease, health condition, what have you, especially, well, you said reduce the chances of catching corona. Okay. So what do viruses, bacteria, what do all those things not like? Generally, it's the extremes of the host or the extremes of the environment, right? So if you have extreme cold, he asked, do you think? I know, I'm just really careful about this because there's a lot of stuff that I want to say. There's books that I've read about this particular topic. There's supplements that I take for this particular thing that I don't mention on YouTube because of censorship and other problems and backlash that happens once you do. And I'll talk about it privately if you guys want, but not on a live, not on YouTube. Let me read. Do you think the sauna daily can reduce the chances of catching corona? Yeah. I mean, come on. Immune booster, antiviral via temperature, hormesis, hyperthermia, not hypothermia, hyperthermia. Truth Provider says, I've tried the sauna meditation. I like it in the sauna. I turn the lights down to help me be zen. Yes. It's awesome, isn't it? I mean, I couldn't do it like this. You guys would be like, what the hell are you doing? Are you on drugs? And not that the camera focus is great anyway, but Jessica Oaks, thinking about starting Enteros gel. How did you hear about this gel? Was it from a functional medicine doctor? How did I hear about Enteros gel? I don't remember. No, my functional medicine doctor had no idea what that was. Actually, no one that I have ever met knows what that is. I think deep dark research on chelation and what to do when chelation goes wrong. And then I stumbled onto 3-hour lectures by Dr. Klinghardt, and he was doing work overseas in Europe, Germany, other places. And I used to, at night, I would put 3-hour lectures from YouTube on the TV. And somewhere in the middle of them, a couple hours in, you would learn these tidbits, or somebody would mention something, and then I would go and research that. And I would research the next thing. And that's how I would learn some obscure stuff that other countries do, but necessarily do. That's how I learned about Intros Gel. So to credit anybody, I would say Dr. Klinghardt from putting out those long lectures that no one wants to sift through. But really, you have to start reading stuff from people from other countries, or you won't hear about it. The instructions aren't even in English, so it's not a. Jessica Oaks, I have leaky gut and was wondering what are some contraindications for taking it, how much to start, and do you increase it? We don't have to just take Intros Gel. You can use activated charcoal. You can use, I'm going to put together a list. Somebody asked me the other day for a list, and I don't have a list. So I'm going to put together a list. But if you just search Matt Justice Amazon, you'll pull up my influencer page. If you click on the binder list underneath there, those are the binders that I personally use and like. It doesn't have to be that particular brand or that quantity, because you used to be able to get a tube of Intros Gel for like $17. Now they only sell it in like a 5 or a 10 pack, and it's like $120, which is a total ripoff. But I don't think there's any contradictions for taking binders either for a limited time period or in limited quantity. So if you overdo it, or you take something that's pretty rough for a long period of time, could it disrupt your natural gut flora? Sure. Is there any issues with having leaky gut? No, it's only going to help you. You understand that it's basically just an intestinal sweep, and like, it's kind of like just cleaning up the extra dirt. And let's see, Edwin says, anybody tried Greg Halpern's meditation called Undust? Never heard of it. I'd like to check it out though. I wonder if I can get this live chat later. Be great if I was like you guys and I could be on the computer and look this stuff up and bookmark it for later. Evan says it is weird that you can't search for the title in America. Dan, you can search for the title, but it is hard to find. I'm telling you, it's an Amazon thing. It's weird. Dan says Intros Gel should be in gel form. It cannot be frozen, and that's how it's shipped from overseas. Yeah, I know. Dan was talking to me about this the other day, and there's some watery batches, some separated batches, and it's unclear whether it's still effective after it's been through some abuse. Before I even knew about that, I've used it before and just remixed it and still had, what I would consider pretty good results, or at least not poor results. But take that for a grain of salt. That's just my opinion from my own experience. Doesn't mean that you should do it. Let's see. Viruses don't like it when you have a fever and get hot. Hint, hint. There. Why didn't I just say that? What's the Hippocrates thing? There's a quote. If you give a man a fever, he can blank any disease. Yeah. Edwin says, Dan, I've experienced trouble with Amazon making it difficult for different Amazon accounts to promote their products, including years ago. All right. You guys will have to work that out because, come on. Suggest you look at the pH miracle for leaky gut. Who else was suggesting the monitoring the pH of my urine? And I took it the wrong way one day, and I was like, "You're talking about the urine therapy where you drink your own urine?" And I was like, "Yeah, I don't think that's for me." I totally read the thing wrong. That's pretty funny. Chet says, "Do you usually soak your hand towel in sweat 30 minutes? Mine is usually soaked, considering bringing 2 in." Yeah, for the most part, if I wasn't filming and stuff. But like when I read your question just now, I don't know if you guys can see me move. The reason that I'm not just sitting here like this is because whenever I can hear the autofocus on the camera start to go, it's getting too hot. And so what I'm doing when I go like this is I'm cracking the door. I'm opening the door about 6 or 8 inches. I'm letting a little bit of cold in. And so my towel is getting a cheat day, if you know what I mean. So I'm sweating pretty good, but it's kind of like 2 days ago. The first day in the DIY sauna, the whole thing was unzipped and it didn't really look like it worked very well. And then yesterday, I said, give it 20 minutes, the thing zipped up, and then bang, camera. Not only am I, sweating like crazy, but so is the camera. Let's see. Edwin, that was me. Okay. All right, I lost it. Look for the Undust meditation here. Edwin, I think the links are censored. Where are you looking at it? You just Google like Undust meditation. Truth provider, it would be handy if there was a little floor drain with a pan under it to collect the sweat. I agree, but you would still have to clean it or it would get nasty. So I know it's this 30 for 30 thing is a lot of laundry. I mean, it is towels, clothes. I'm taking 3 showers a day. I'm taking a shower when I wake up. I am working out at 5 o'clock, totally nuts, showering, dinner, sauning, 9 p.m., shower, bed. So I don't know. I mean, there's so much laundry, it's ridiculous. I'm gonna have to make a Costco run to get some extra supplies because things are getting a little sparse. Troop Provider, or no, Edwin says pH miracle and urine. That was me. Yeah, okay, I remember. Laughing out loud. We do way too much laundry at the detox center. Oh my God, I can only imagine. Especially if you layer the sauna. Sometimes at functional medicine doctors or spas or whatever, they will actually lay towels over the grates and stuff like that just as extra protection because they never know who is coming in, what they're going to sweat out. And there could be a person that is right behind them coming in. So we try to keep that stuff. Truth Provider says, bed is my favorite part of the day. I like sleep. I like mornings, though, too. Do you find certain towels are better than others? Chet says, yes. Yes. I have problems with certain towels. And I don't even know how to explain this to you. And there's no rhyme or reason. It's a certain type of, it's a certain type of material, but it's also the way that they're woven. Some towels give me the worst trouble in saunas. Like if they shed at all, especially when filming, there's like towel fibers floating around in the sauna and all this stuff. They stick to you when you're sweaty. The last set of towels that I got, I think was from Amazon. They were like organic. I can't remember. They were organic something. They were a little bit more expensive and they were a little larger, but man, what a difference. I just don't have enough of them. They're all dirty from earlier this week. But yeah, towels are hard to pick out. I think I've gotten one batch. I don't go to Costco that often, but when I do, sometimes they have stuff that's questionable there. And then other times you just luck out and get like really cool stuff. I've gotten a batch from there too, and they were awesome. And then I've purchased some cheap towels that were terrible from Amazon. I tried to get some towels from Bed Bath & Beyond, just like 2 to try out. Those were awful. I've tried Big Lots, a couple other places. Those were awful. It was weird. Paul says, hi, Matt. We have an Oura Ring, which validated what deep sleep we are getting after a sauna. Do you have an Oura Ring? Yes, I do, Paul. I've had one for about a year, but you're not going to like my next part. The truth is, I've never opened the box. It's just sitting on a shelf somewhere waiting for me to get to it. And I've got to get over myself with that. I originally didn't want it because I didn't know you couldn't use it in airplane mode when you were sleeping. And I was concerned about having a constant RF pulsing. There's probably still a little bit of RF in airplane mode or in sleep mode, but not super worried about that anymore like I used to be, especially if I could test it myself. The thing that got me to want to use it is to measure everything. But I've got to be doing the same consistent stuff for at least a week or 2 straight before getting the baseline. But I need to get it out. I need to do that. Do you like it? What's your feedback there? A lot of people love it. Some people. I have one friend that really liked the data, but didn't like the fact that it was making him become obsessive. So like he wasn't enjoying something with friends or whatever the night before because for fear of getting a bad HRV or the graph not looking so good the next day. So he said he had to quit using it, but loves it. Edwin says, you got an Amazon link for bulk sauna towels at a good price? I do not. I would want to make sure that it's the exact product number that I purchased from my Amazon history. I wouldn't just want to tell you a brand and then you go buy it from the wrong seller and it's a knockoff, or there's a lot of that going on Amazon. Let me look at it. What is today? Let me look at it tomorrow and I can probably put something together by Saturday. And maybe I'll put if you just Google Matt Justice Amazon and you find the Amazon influencer page, there should be some stuff on there like the binder list. I'll add a towel list and some sauna accessories that I like, and then it'll be easy to find after that. Costco 100% cotton white towels. Yeah. Yep. I've had some good ones and I've had some bad ones. I don't know anything about weaving, all that jazz. Jones says I have an Oura Ring here in OZ, getting a sauna in 6 weeks. Will be keen to see the impact of my Oura Ring feedback. Yeah, me too. You should notice a difference. There will definitely be a change. Depends on how consistent you are too with your regimen or your routine. Edwin says, Matt, look up Formula 4 Protocol by Greg Halpern put together. He has 3 great meditations. I think one of them is free to try. Cool. Never heard of it. Thank you, guys. I like that kind of stuff. Give you new stuff to check out. Then I'd love to chat with you about it after I give it a shot. Paul says, great observation. Never thought about the RF. It is wonderful for identifying patterns of behavior that help. Cool. Like, would you be willing to talk about what specifically? Like, what kind of patterns of behavior that help? Are you just talking about fixing up your circadian rhythm, getting your sleep-wake schedule intact, or changing eating times and seeing it reflect in your the depth of your sleep, or exercise routine, moving those schedules, or probably all of the above, I would imagine. Do you have an Ion box from Ion Pacific? Edwin, what do you add the towels to the sauna course? Brilliant. Edwin is brilliant tonight. Edwin has thought of something that I should have thought of that I never even considered. Edwin is a genius. Thank you, Edwin. That's an excellent, excellent idea. Now, why didn't I think of that? See, that's why I need you guys. Can't do this by myself. Edwin, what do you mean when you say Ion box? Is that the feet thing, or is that the pulsing thing? I'm just not placing the name. I can't remember. Truth Provider says, I use bentonite clay soap bars when I shower after my sauna session. Excellent, excellent idea. I used to use activated charcoal soap for a long time when I first started the sauna. I like it. I don't know if it actually, I mean, I'm sure it cleans the skin very well. I like the idea of it. And I would recommend everybody try it. It's kind of cool. Joan says, great feedback. Nighttime resting heart rate changes when eating, for example, red meat or take out a meal. Nice to see that we actually are what we eat. Interesting. That's cool. Have you found that it's just you that happens to, or is there like a correlation between you and a spouse or other people in your home? I'd be curious because everyone's different, right? Like, it's kind of cool. And then you kind of learn your footprint and your own needs. It's pretty neat. I need to get that thing out. I don't know what I've been waiting for. Joan says, Matt, you're correct. I'd have to ensure that the Oura Ring feedback did not inform how I felt each day. Yeah, but you could also keep a journal with it. I mean, I plan to keep a journal. Edwin says, Matt, a very small and efficient negative ion generator for your room. Ion box by Ion Specific. Oh, not the foot thing, the air. Okay. No, I don't. I do not have one. And I've never tried one of that particular brand or style. There's been some commercial air purification units that supposedly have, the negative ions or whatever built in. I don't know if those were truly effective or if it was making a huge difference or not. CC, hi, I'm ordering the Therasage tomorrow. I'll let you know what type of shipping delay there is. Cool. Excellent, CC. They were supposed to send me a discount code for you guys, actually. But I don't know. Never got it. Paul Aiken says, all of the above, HRE is gold, and knowing how hard to train is sensational, as is knowing that every time I have alcohol, I sleep poorly. Shame about knowing that now. Yeah, pretty much. I mean, I don't know. I've got a 96-year-old grandfather who has a happy hour every single day. And if we can live, 75% or even half of the life that he's lived, I think we're doing pretty good. But he's also lived in the boonies in Maine, where I go, for 40 years, where there's no pollution, like directly. There's tons of trees. He doesn't really know what email and a computer is, so they've never had Wi-Fi. The only cell tower is like one town over. They've grown most of their food in canned stuff for 50, 60 years. But anyway, every time I see him, I'm like, we're all worried about these little things in life. And he's like, when you go to the store, give me a carton of ice cream, would you? I gotta have something to go with my happy hour. I'm getting a little hungry. This is how he talks. So this happens, and I'm like, I'm just sitting there with my jaw open, like, wow, all these biohackers and all these people, their whole goal is to basically live as long as he has and be mobile. He still drives. He still runs a chainsaw, and he still yells at me about getting firewood every year so that we have something to heat our ass with when it gets cold. This is a kind of a course ex-military paratrooper personality, if you can picture that. Markland says, I use Schmidt's charcoal and magnesium natural deodorant and Dr. Squash shampoo. Yeah, I was using the Schmidt's deodorant for a while. Actually just started using it again, the exact one that you mentioned, the magnesium and charcoal one. It makes me break out under my arms or gives me ingrown hairs after a while. But I think I was just talking about that with who the hell was I talking about that with? Some of their products aren't coming out consistent. Like they're all rough, like they have sand in them. It's like somebody took a belt sander to your skin. And they say that you're supposed to hold it on your skin and let it heat up and then move it around, but it's something's wrong with them things. Dr. Squatch shampoo. Is that a typo? If it's not, I've never used it. Truth Provider, I seen your picture of Grandpa's place. Beautiful outdoor scenery there. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Yeah, I've been going there for 30 years of my life, ever since I was young, and always go back. There's just something about it. Holly says, Simple Life, love it. I'm guessing that's a brand of Dr. Squatch shampoo alternative. Or, oh no, you're talking about the Grandfather's Life. Yeah. Sorry. Gabby says, what state do I live in? Right now I'm in Florida. I'm in Orlando. I'm from Orlando. So half the year I'm usually in Orlando, and then the other half of the year I'm in Maine. Basically northwestern Maine, 20 miles from the border of Canada, close to the New Hampshire / Canadian interjunction there. What about you guys? Where are you guys at? And I'm going to have to go soon. It's going on 37 minutes. I said I wasn't going to go over 30 minutes. And then we get to chatting and you see what happens. Tusk. But this thing frozen? No. So where are you guys at? When you say goodnight tonight, just put the initials of whatever state you're in. And if you have any questions that you want added to tomorrow's Ottawa, Canada, Truth Provider, Florida sounds nice. Gabby says, Western Washington, Markland. Florida is really nice right now, but it is so hot most of the time. Can't stand it. That's why I go to Maine. Gabby, California. Get Detoxinated, California. Holly's in Georgia. Cool. We were just in not too long ago. Very cool. Anything on the agenda for tomorrow, guys? Anything you want me to start the show with? Chet says SD. Yes. Anything you want me to start the show with tomorrow? Got the Kindle Sauna Detox book. Good job, Edwin. Glad you found it. The heck was I saying? Questions for tomorrow. Is you want a theme for tomorrow? I was doing themes until last night's mishap. Tonight I didn't have a theme. Tonight my goal is to get in here, make sure the equipment works, and then I can actually go for 30 minutes without the camera overheating. And it's a give and a take. There's a pro and a con to that. I don't get the same great sweat. Actually, it's this camera. You can't see anything. I don't get the same great focused on the gear and participating and all that stuff. Edwin says Arizona. Dan says nothing, guys. Nothing for tomorrow. You know what that means? You know that means that this is getting redundant, and I feel redundant because I'm saying the same stuff when the same people ask the same questions every day. So I've got to do a better job. So I'm going to come up with something, since you guys are telling me that this is getting redundant based on not having any feedback here in the chat, and I'm looking right at it. Edwin says essential oils in the sauna. Sure. Does your DIY sauna provide sufficient near and mid-infrared? I don't know. According to who, Karen? Is it therapeutic range like a body panel would be for 10 minutes targeted at your genitals with no clothes on? Probably not. Is it more than most people get? Sure. Dan says, Edwin, sign up at our website for increase the book. CC's from New York. Mark Land says chelation. Sure. Gabby says, best way to remove toxins from used towels. Any special detergent needed? Yeah. What is that? Remind me of that, and I'll bring it in, or I'll have it outside the door and I'll show you. There's this, it's kind of like, dang it, it's an athletic, I want to call it a commercial detergent, but there is something that actually makes a difference in removing the smells, because I know what you mean. They get kind of rank after a while. Evan says, thanks, Dan. Wear a winter coat in the sauna. Truth Provider? You want me to wear a winter coat in the sauna? North Carolina, Tracy's from. Edwin says, what's Dan's website? Getdetoxinated.com. Or just Google it. Sauna detoxification using niacin. You're going to find the book. You'll probably find the program. There's a Facebook group and whatever else. Dan can help you. Truth Provider, what are you talking about? Wear a winter coat in the sauna? I mean, I can do that. I have winter coats. I think I have 2 winter coats down here. The other ones are in Maine. But when I get back to Maine, I want to do some cool stuff this year in the snow. Last year, I kind of sandbagged a little bit. I didn't do a lot of sauna content up there, but I could have. So I think it'll be really cool to do some winter climate stuff. Be fun. Gabby says, do you take niacin with sauna? Yeah, sometimes. I'm not tonight. I would be red and flushing like crazy if I did. Dan said, is my handle without a space with .com? Yeah, pretty much. Any other questions, guys? Any other topics for tomorrow? So we've got essential oils in the sauna for tomorrow. We have maybe DIY sauna question from Karen with more detail. We've got chelation from Markland. We've got Truth Provider wants me to wear a winter coat. He's got to elaborate a little bit on that. I'd be game to get in -20 during winter. Yes. Yeah, it was pretty. There were some cold days last winter. It was like -15. I thought about going out snowmobiling. Yeah, maybe not. Maybe not. But if I had a warm sauna waiting for me, that might change things. So, all right, guys, we're going on 41 minutes now. I'm going to go ahead and sign off, hop in the shower, and get ready for bed. Hopefully I can be headed that way before 10. It is 9:40 p.m. here Eastern, my time. Hope you guys are having a great evening. Good to see all of your familiar faces. Thank you so much for attending. It would not be the same without you. And I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Have a great night, guys.